Welcome, my brothers and sisters, sons and daughters, to the real world with Elder George. I'm Elder George and will share a message that will not only help you deal with the stress, tensions, and anxieties of living in Western society, but will also motivate you to help transform society from materially oriented to family supportive. There are 3 requisites for a happy, healthy, and harmonious human environment. And they are spiritual awareness, gender understanding, and family focus. Western society does not promote any of these requirements, yet they apply to all the issues facing us. They constitute what I call the real world, and you will hear me refer to them a lot. Today, as mentioned in my previous podcast, we will discuss the breakdown of structure. A major reason for the stress, tension, and anxiety in our lives is the collapse of structure, especially the structures necessary for the propagation and preservation of the species. We need structure in our lives. It produces order. Without order, we have chaos. Structure also produces security. Cartoonist Charles Schulz of Peanuts fame created a poster of Linus with a hand on the doorknob to his house, and at the bottom the caption, "Security is opening the door to your house and hearing Mom in the kitchen." No matter what happened with his playmates, when Linus opened the door and heard Mom in the kitchen, he knew everything would be all right. That family structure provided security for Linus. The bus or train arriving on time provides security. The sun rising in the east every morning provides security. When we can depend on certain events happening, it provides us with security. The universe represents perfect structure and provides us with dependability and reliability. It enables us to send astronauts to the moon. But the universe is impersonal and cold. There must be warmth to the universe to make it a desirable place to live. And that comes from the nurturing love transmitted by the feminine principle, an aspect that will also be discussed in the future as well. Today, the emphasis will be on our declining structures and the reason for it. 2 examples of the declining structure are the family and educational system. The family structure is rapidly disappearing as the number of marriages decline and the number of divorces increase. Fewer and fewer children can open the door to their homes and hear Mom in the kitchen. They don't have a father to sit at the dinner table with, or to share issues with, or to learn values from. Children are raised in preschool, in school, and after-school environments. Home becomes a place to eat and sleep, with the eating part gradually disappearing. The educational system is bordering on collapse. Johnny can't read and Mary can't count. Children not only graduate from grade school without being able to read, but also graduate from high school without being able to read. The intermingling of the sexes results in a loss of the unique learning abilities of each gender, with negative consequences, especially for boys. Why are these structures collapsing? A structure is a conceptual creation. It has no shape, form, size, or texture. It is unseen. Men deal in the unseen. Men make structures. Men make family, educational, religious, governmental, military, sports, and fraternal structures. Not only do men make all structures, but males of most species make structure. The lion makes the pride. The stag makes the herd. The rooster makes the flock. And the male baboon makes the troop. A part of the mating ritual is the determination by females if the male will provide the environment and means, structure, for her to function in. The doe expects the stag to show that he has the strength and courage to protect her. The lioness expects the lion to provide the environment for her to raise her offspring. Males create the environment and means for females to bring forth life and nurture the race. There is a growing belief in our society that we don't need men anymore. Therefore, the structures needed for the propagation and preservation of the species have started to weaken and disappear, leading to chaos. To cope with the chaos, the government creates laws, substitute structures, to control our behavior. Know this, my brothers and sisters. Men make structure for the propagation and preservation of the species. Governments make structures for the control of people. We live in an increasingly genderless and amoral environment, created and controlled by the government and/or economic powers, in which we function as jackasses and she-asses on the treadmill of production. This condition is caused by the absence of the three requisites for a happy, healthy, and harmonious human environment mentioned at the beginning of our programs, namely, spiritual awareness, gender understanding, and family focus. If you don't like being jackasses and she-asses on the treadmill of production, and I hope you don't, then continue viewing our programs as we discuss how to survive outside of the system. To sum up, men make structure. A decline in the influence of men leads to a decline in the operation of structures, which leads to chaos and the collapse of society. Our structures are declining and society is collapsing. We need to rebuild our structures, especially our family structures, if we are to survive. To learn more about today's topic, please go to my website and in the essay index, which you will find under the tab About Us. If you tap that, you'll find the essay index. And under the letter T, you will find the gender significance of the Aquarian age. The gender significance of the Aquarian age, which explains what is happening to society from an astrological perspective. You don't need to know anything about astrology. It relates to the material just presented in more of a historical light. Also, the He girls, which illustrates what is happening to our society as a result of the breakdown of structure. Again, the gender significance of the Aquarian age and the He girls, both under T. Thank you for tuning in to The Real World with Elder George. Please log on to my website, mensaction.net, which contains 170 essays and 46 videos, all relating to the real world. It also illustrates my 2 books, which contain more information on the subjects that we address. You can be a part of the effort to bring about change in our society by sharing this message with your friends and by tuning in to my next video and/or podcast. Working together, we will survive. Thank you again for joining us. Dear viewer and/or listener, an important part of our message consists of an explanation of the principle of gender, which is elaborated on in my 2 books. My first book, Dear Brothers and Sisters, Gender and Its Responsibility, explains gender differences and the realization that they are manifestations of a universal principle. My second book, A Gender Handbook for Western Man, is not a handbook as such, but it does approach the gender issue on a more technical basis, which I felt would be more receptive to the Western mind. Both books can be obtained quickly from Amazon or Barnes & Noble. I hope that you will invest in both and increase your awareness and understanding of the principle of gender and its importance in your life. Thank you.